What's good, YT family? It's your brother ELI coming with another KVA video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate the support. Much appreciate the love. Hope everyone's doing well. As y'all know, this little funny little solar eclipse, man. One question I have for y'all? Tell me if I'm tripping. How do you reschedule a solar eclipse? Have y'all been seeing this on Facebook and Instagram? People talking about, the solar eclipse is rescheduled to a later date. Like, what the fuck? I know some of this shit got to be trolling, but that was just funny, man. Like, how do you reschedule a solar eclipse? Now, you know that they playing around with the weather and all, but it's either way, man, I just wanted to ask y'all that. That was just funny to me. But we're going to get into the topic at hand. So, Fresh from the Fresh and Fit podcast. I know y'all all been hearing the stories. Y'all all been watching a lot of videos and a lot of things talking about this subject, right? I listened to the video. And what the interesting part about it is, I'm not even going to go into the audio. I'm really not even going to fry his chicken as far as getting, whatever chick. I don't even know what this chick is. What does she do? Like, I don't know anything about her. And I don't really care. To me, it's irrelevant. The most important part to me, right? The funny, ironic part is this man, Fresh. He was one of the biggest. I don't want to say the biggest. He was a big part of bashing black women. Period. He talks. If you can go back in his videos to where he would constantly bang on black women, constantly talk shit about black women. All the time. I believe I even seen a video, or I seen, one of the podcasts where he referred to black women or as night crawlers or night walkers or something like that, he said, which to me was just outrageous, especially being that this man is easily one of the darkest men in the YouTube streets, in the YouTube world. He's dark as fuck. He's like my skin complexion. Like, I'm probably like that same skin complexion. Dark skin. This is a dark skinned man and I don't even think he's from America. I believe he's even from Africa, or I think he's I'm pretty sure he's from Africa. And he was the one banging on black women. And this was in front of a bunch of other girls who, they always on their show, they always got like the dumbest, I ain't gonna say the dumbest chicks, shout out to them chicks, but like, they always got like, chicks who like are just typical, Miami escorts, OnlyFans models, Instagram models, whatever you want to call them. It's always the same archetype with him and Fresh and Fit. And this to me is karma at its best, right? And I don't want to speak too much on his situation, because I feel like there's a bigger picture involved in this. You should never put any woman on a pedestal. And I know what people want to say, well, man, these hoes, look how she, she was talking about keeping the baby, and she wants to keep the baby and all this stuff like that. And, these hoes ain't shit, and blase, blah. But okay, and this could be true. And a lot of times I agree with you fellas. I'm not gonna disagree that, ladies, maybe not all of them, right? Not all of them. But a general consensus, especially on the internet, it is very negative and very toxic, right? There's a bigger thing going on with controlling the minds of women, right? Just programming women to think a certain way, programming them to behave a certain way. And yes, I agree. I'm not going to disagree with that. However, there's plenty of men like him out there in the world. And what I mean by that is, if they had the opportunity to become, I don't know if he's rich. I'm not counting his pockets, but he's got money. He's got money. He's making money. I'm not gonna knock him. He's making money. He's famous. To me, when you become famous on YouTube, you become famous to the world. That's my opinion. YouTube is television, right? You are now a celebrity. Maybe not, Hollywood, but at this point, really, who cares about Hollywood? He's an influencer. He has status. He has an audience. For him to do this, and for any man to do this, to put any woman on a pedestal and bash black women and talk about how black women ain't shit and black women this and black women that, because we all know who they're talking about when they're talking about certain subject matters, right? This is why when they get in front of all these other types of women, and when I say other types of women, I'm talking about other ethnicities. I don't know what ethnicity, but they have a lot of different type of ethnicities over there, and rarely do they have a black girl on there. They talk about the same things, right? But they're never really talking directly to the chicks. They're always talking like in subliminals of like, oh man, these girls do this, they're gold diggers, these girls da 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 da. And then obviously we already know Myron already speaks about how, like, I don't want to say he's an undercover racist. But and then I think he is black, but he constantly bangs on black women. Constantly. And they became famous, right, due to Kevin Samuels, right? Kevin Samuels pretty much groomed them, blew them up, right? And we all know Kevin Samuels, he became famous for bashing black women. Now, I don't believe that was his intention, but when Kevin Samuels was making, when he was always on live with other females, right? Majority of them, not all of them, I'm not going to say all because I can't account for every live that Kevin Samuels ever did, but for every live that ever went viral, it was always a black woman that he was obviously frying her chicken. And some of it was rightfully so, right? Shout out to the ladies out there. I'm not knocking all of y'all, but some of y'all be trifling as hell and expecting that you should be dealing with, the 6-figure man, 6 foot, whatever, the archetype of a high value man. You feel like, you should be dealing with one. And a lot of them had like, 3 kids and 3 different baby daddies. And obviously that's just easy pickings for somebody as smart as Kevin Samuels, right? And this isn't the bash Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. I definitely miss his content for sure, but I'm just using him as an example because this is what made Fresh and Fit popular, bashing on that same community of females, right? So, okay, how do we tie this back into this situation, right? Now, this girl is pregnant. He doesn't want the kid. He does not want the child with this woman because I'm assuming this is not a woman that he wants to obviously have a relationship with, which is understandable, right? But when you're this careless with everything that you have to lose, they've already became demonetized because of situations, that I'm not really 100% sure on, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with women and also the constant race bashing that Fresh and Fit constantly did on their show. They're already demonetized. They're already not making any money on their shit. Why do you now get a chick pregnant who you do not want to be with? And this is why, I don't want people to constantly bash the man, right? Because obviously you got people like him, you got people like Diddy, you got all these other, you got all these people coming with cases and things going on, and everybody's making memes about them and making videos about them, and even me, obviously, as you all know, I'm on the video right now talking about it, but I don't want to talk about the person. I want to talk about the message behind it, right? The story behind it, the real, the real, really what's going on, right? Is black men are completely careless with themselves. Period. We constantly exuberate self-hate. We constantly show how we do not care for ourselves. We will sacrifice ourselves at all costs. At all costs. And we constantly put everybody else on a pedestal. And as soon as we get money, we just get careless and we just do whatever we think we can do whatever the fuck we want. And there's no consequence. Bro, you are a target. You are a target. Everybody wants a piece of it. And this is not the time where, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, social media is a machine, bro. So, you know what I'm saying, this isn't something that can be on a hush-hush. Like, bro, this audio is going all around and it's sounding like you begging for the shorty to, you know what I'm saying, get that shit, you know, get that situation taken care of. And like, it's like, bro, you just making yourself even worse. Now, as fellas, as KVA brothers, now do you see how semen retention and sexual discipline is important? Now do you see how dealing with a woman that actually likes you is important? Now do you see how vetting a woman is important? Don't fall for the tricks and the bullshit of these guys trying to teach you guys how to pump and dump and, oh, you know what I'm saying, get your money and, you know what I'm saying, you can do whatever you want with type of women. That is the recipe for you to crash all the way the fuck out like he just did. That's the number one way to crash the fuck out. This is the time where sexual discipline and this shit is critical. Cause you and this is and like I said, he's a you know what I'm saying, he's not even from the States. So he already has a hustle, he has a work ethic. I've seen Fresh on the Grant Cardone show, and he got fired and all that stuff like that. And there's, you know what I'm saying, he even has a video of his glow up from that. So, you know what I'm saying, this is not somebody who's lazy. This is somebody who knows how to work hard at something. And you guys too. You guys are working on your thing. I'm working on my thing, and we are. And it's going to take a while for us to get to where we truly need to get to. But look how just in a blink that shit can be all gone. All gone. And I'm not saying like, you know, it's a wrap for him, like it's finished, right? Because he's still alive. So obviously he has the opportunity to make anything right and fix anything, right? But a baby right now with a woman who, by the sound of that audio, is not someone who I personally would want to have a baby with, right? And now, you know what I'm saying, not saying that derailed him, but it definitely slowed down some shit for sure. It's definitely, you know what I'm saying, put a little fork in the road. This is just something unnecessary. And I hate to say it, but this is just karma. This is true. This is karma at its best, man. Karma at its best. Now, what do you think? What do you know? I guess what people say. Well, so what do you do? What is when you get money? What do you do? How do you even maneuver around this and that? Blah, blah, blah. And my honest answer is still the same. Deal with women who truly like you. As you can see, he acts, as well as Myron, they both act as if they're guys who never got women without money. They weren't guys who could naturally just get a girl. Not the baddest chick in the fucking world. Nobody gives a fuck about the baddest chicks in Miami and the baddest chicks in LA. We're not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a regular chick. These guys were not getting regular girls. If you ever had one girlfriend in your life, one legit girlfriend in your life, I'm almost positive, right? You can say that and they can't. I'm almost positive Fresh has never had a girl who truly likes him for him. Myron has never had a girlfriend who truly liked him for him. And I could be wrong, but the way that they're acting, the way that they're behaving, it just sounds like someone who waited until they got power, and waited until they got success, and waited until they got money, and then they started showing their ass, and then they started dealing with any type of chicks that they wanted. But at the same time, it was 100% transactional. It was not genuine, right? Because when you are dealing with someone who is genuine, right, those type of phone calls when said person is pregnant, it doesn't exist. That's not that phone call that Fresh was having. That wasn't a conversation with someone who you love and they're giving you the news that they're pregnant. No, that was the conversation of someone who believes that they made a mistake. Someone who just made a complete lapse of judgment. Blindsided. That's just how it looked. That's just how it sounded like. So, deal with women who deal with you. But at the end of the day, whatever you put into this world, it always comes back to you. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe not next year, but it will come. And you cannot, and you do not want to put any female on a pedestal. Any female on a pedestal. None of these females are anything different than the black women that we deal with, and we need to love our black women. Yes, some of them on this internet be talking crazy, they be disrespectful, yada, 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 yada. But a lot of you guys got to get off this internet and start getting into these streets. Get into these clubs, get into these bars, get into these lounges. Just get into these women's face and really have conversations, man. Stay off of this internet and be judging women based off this internet shit. So, yeah, man, that was just a little what I was thinking about, man. I hope everybody's chilling. I hope everybody's doing their thing. Got more videos coming on the way. Other than that, holla at me later. Peace.